Hi there, I'm Andy Larson. I'm the Motion Control Product Manager for the Cross Automation Group here in Belmont, North Carolina. Today I have Andrew Abernathy with me. Andrew is part of our marketing department, and he has been helping us out on the release of a new product offering, Universal Robots. Universal is a game-changing technology that is going to enable people to program robots that haven't ever programmed one before. They have a teach mode capability that literally makes it possible for somebody that doesn't have any programming experience to be able to get one of these up and running within minutes. The video that you're going to see following this actually is of Andrew learning this as we went along. There wasn't any prep ahead of time. It was actually on the fly. Yep. Right, Andrew? Yep. Have you had any experience programming robots before?
Zero experience with robots.
Okay. Are you an engineer?
I am not an engineer.
All right. You have a marketing degree?
Yes.
Okay. So there you go, guys. A marketing guy can program it, so can you. Thank you very much. Okay. So we're going to start with an empty program. Okay. From here, what we're going to do is, this gives you some basics on how to navigate through it. Here's your next and previous buttons. Now, so what we're going to do is go ahead and click next. Okay. We're going to start building our program. Okay. So click structure. This, and we'll kind of give you a brief run through of what's here. The main things that you're going to be using are going to be the structure tab and the command tab. Okay. Move sets up a single move or a series of moves. A waypoint is the actual point in space that you were programmed. Wait gives you the ability to wait for an action to happen. If you want, you can set up that action. The I/O action, the inputs and outputs of this that you could tie to the rest of the machine, that gives you places to be able to set that up. The rest of these we won't really worry about for now. The command tab, this, once we set up one of those commands here, then the command tab is what we'll navigate to be able to manipulate that command. Okay, so you're really just going to be toggling back and forth between these two things. If you feel like you should be doing something next and you can't see the logical place to go to the other tab, then that's probably where you need to be. Okay? All right. So starting out, what we're going to do is create a move. So go ahead, select that. You can see over here in your program tree that it set up a move J. J means, signifies joint. Okay, so each one of these is a joint on the robot, and they can be moved individually or in concert with one another. So from here, what we're going to do is create a waypoint. All right. So that's going to be a point in space that we want the robot to be able to go to. So go ahead and select waypoint. So we're going to create this waypoint here. Then you're going to switch over to the command, and we're going to set this waypoint. We could use this particular position. We could jog all of these axes into different positions, or you can manually drag the robot where you want it to go. On the back of the teach pendant is a button. Okay, so you've got a button right here. That is the release that allows you to freely move the robot around. So for this exercise, the easiest thing for us to do is just drag this around. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is push that button. Okay.
Do I have to hold it?
You do have to hold it. And this is kind of the tricky part. So go ahead and just drag this over so that it's in the middle of these two cups. Okay. Kind of get the joint so this is straight up and down. Now, one of the things that you have to remember when you're teaching moves, and in particular if you're going to be using the joint command, is as this moves through it, you could start from here and go straight down into this cup, but you always have to be conscious of where your end effector actually is. So it's better to err on the side of having too many waypoints than too few. Okay? For instance, if we get down in the middle of this cup, or we get down to the edge of it, or we're already in it, for even better, and we just want to go back up to this spot, we could end up running into the edge of the cup. Okay. So
simply what you just explained is the difference of just going over and then down as opposed to just straight into
straight
the cup.
into it. Yeah. So in the industrial world, you can optimize moves to remove time and things like this, but this is really very simple. So just keep that in mind as you go. So click OK. So that has selected the position for your first waypoint. We'll call that home, for instance. You could go in here and change.
And once it's set, it shows green?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So we're going to go to the next waypoint. Okay. Set this command. So go ahead and drag this over to where the stylus is right up above. Yep. That's all right. Go ahead. Again, that's kind of the difficult point. Okay. And go ahead and pull it so that it's down maybe halfway towards the cup.
All right.
Okay. There you go. Perfect.
There we go.
Okay. Hit OK. There you go. Then we're going to create another waypoint. So you can go back to, very good, Structure tab. See, you've already got this figured out. So you pick that, go back to Command. You're picking this up faster than I did. All right. So click your button. Drag it down. Okay. There you go. Okay, looks about right. Click OK. All right, back to structure.
And you wanted to reset up in the middle?
Yeah, I would go ahead and bring it back up outside the cup just a little bit and use that as a starting point to come back over. That way we don't have to worry about running into the edge of the cup. I'd bring it back down closer. That way the joints won't try to take it through the wall of that. So it's probably right about there. Should be safe. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So set this waypoint. Click OK. All right. Structure waypoint. So from here, we're going to start traversing over here. So I'd recommend go ahead and kind of act like there is some object that we have to jump over the top of here. So go ahead and drag this back up to the middle.
Is that good?
That's perfect. Okay.
It's a little easier to move it on this side.
Yeah, you're not reaching over the table. I wouldn't go too far down into the cup because again,
I was just trying to straighten
there
it
you
out
go.
so
All
it's
right.
level.
Okay. So, well, the point before that we had, do you think that the end is it going to try to go through the cup? So I'd go ahead and bring it just to the top of the cup
And then
then go down.
Automation rookie here.
And that's all right. There you go.
Now we go down.
Now we go down.
Ding.
There you go. Okay. All right. And one more waypoint to bring it back up. Okay.
Then can the last one just be a? Well, actually, it would just go back up. To where it
Actually,
started,
then the mode that it's in right now is a constant loop, so it's going to go back to your starting position.
All right, let's
See what happens?
fire it up and
see what happens.
See
Okay.
if I break a cup
All
or
right.
not.
So what we're going to do, this is your program. You've
right.
got all of your different waypoints there. Now, if we wanted to be able to turn on an input or an output to select, this is a vacuum gripper. So if we actually had this vacuum gripper pointed down, the vacuum hooked up to it, when you got down here, we would fire an output that says pick up. So the vacuum would start. It would hold that till you got over to the place position. You would release that output to turn off. It would drop the part, and then you could go back and forth. That's a very simple process as well.
Let's hit this play
So
button.
go ahead and push play. Okay. Now it's going to ask you to push the auto to be able to get this back to its home position or to the first position. So you're going to have to hold it down. to get it there. This is a safety feature. In case you're starting to run into something,
Yeah.
you can release and away you go. Click OK. Now push play again. Yep. I think that was because we got off a little bit on our...
Yeah, that one was much smoother, this side.
That's all right. Now we move the cup just a little bit, or the base.
Yeah.
So. But you have programmed a robot to do a simple pick and place application. So congratulations.
Awesome. Alrighty. See you later, robot. Slap it. Dip. Shooters. Pound. Boom.